Okay, Duvid here. We're outside of the presidential debates. There's a long line. These are all people who are ticketed, waiting to get in. I'm with my friend Stony Burke here,
That's
running
right.
for presidential candidate. Stony Burke standing outside. I take it you did not get the 65,000.
I did not. I'm one
in
of the 0% in the polls, but I've got programs of my own that I think the public should hear about.
Are you going to be on any of the ballots? Did you have?
No, I'm not.
Because you didn't have enough
Exactly.
signatures.
Exactly. They saw my ideas were good. They booted me off.
What's your platform?
Well, one of them is that we got to get the plastics out of the oceans.
Good
And
idea.
part of that is to create hemp plastic. Plastic can create hemp. Here
Yep.
in Michigan, we have 600 new hemp farmers. We want to give them support. That's one of my programs.
Okay, well, I'm going to walk around. I'm going to be recording, so I'll probably come back to you.
All
God
right,
bless. Good luck with
get
you.
the front here. Get the front.
Are you signing? You got petitions or anything? Are you with Mr. Oh, God bless. So we got a long line of people waiting to get in. Yeah, I'm not getting in. Oh, and I don't. I'm apolitical. I serve God and God only. I support what you're doing and your ideas, but I'm actually not a big fan of representational democracy. Although I do think the people should be heard and your ideas are good. But God bless. The system is corrupt beyond repair.
I love your flowers.
Tulsi Gabbard, what do you think about?
Those are
Yeah, I grew these in my own
What
garden.
religion do you follow?
Well, I'm a Hasidic Jew, although I'm also part Hindu. So what do you think about Tulsi Gabbard?
She's okay.
Yeah, that's why she always go with the flowers.
Okay.
If I had more time, I would have made flowers. I definitely would have gifted you a pair, but I only had enough time of flowers to make one. Okay, so these are all people ticketed, waiting to get in. I guess they purchased the ticket. I had been hoping to get a press pass, but didn't work out. Okay, no tickets. You got to bounce this out. Okay, so you got the streets closed down. You got the police officers here. See if how much they're gonna crack down. Get right up front. Probably Secret Service or whatever. Honestly, I don't really want to be inside. If I had someone could have hooked me up with a press pass, I would have tried to get into a few interviews. But these things are kind of boring, and it's not really fun to sit inside the whole time and just be stuck in a seat. But I recognize quite a few people waiting in line. I'm not sure exactly how much tickets were. So let's see if I interview a few more of the candidates. Got Joel Pollak from Breitbart.
Lines, people are waiting to get in. 3,500 people, about 2 hours before showtime. Countdown clock is ticking.
Okay, so Joel Pollak from Breitbart came all the way down. Maybe I'll try to do a few more street interviews here, see what's going on. Hey, you want to do a street interview for my YouTube channel?
Sure.
Are you supporting Marianne Williams?
I am supporting Marianne Williamson.
So what do you want to say about Marianne? I saw her in the first debate. She's an interesting woman. I've been affected by Eastern theology. I put on flower garlands. But what's the reason you're supporting her?
I'm just so grateful that there's a person that understands the human psychology in relation to our political, our political
Is it your husband?
reality. No, that's my husband.
Okay. Gotcha.
And I just am so grateful that she has the opportunity to be able to give us the transition that we need.
You mean a
Because
real
we are
person?
in transition.
Yeah, I mean, not a politician full of
Not
lies.
about well, she's a person that can guide us and lead us through the transition that we're in.
Were you
Because
a-
we are in a very big transition right now, whether we call it economical, spiritual, whatever we say, we're in a major transition right now, and I feel like she can guide us
Were you
through
a
that and lead
followers
us. I did.
before she decided to run for
I
president?
did.
Okay, awesome.
Yep, I'm all about personal transformation, and she has empowered me to be more passionate about societal transformation, and I'm grateful.
I do kind of like Bernie, but I think she's the most
Love
interesting
wins.
person. Okay. God bless.
God bless.
See what happens.
God bless. Thank you.
Okay, so surprising, Marianne has quite a few supporters out here today. She's got a whole section over here, and I hadn't really heard of her before this event, before she ran for president, but I guess she's pretty popular. So run here, see who's out here. Hey, God bless. So you see Bernie people are pretty loud, got their voice trying to be heard. Quite a few press of various sorts. This Tiger Stadium said. So I guess they're pretty much crowding all the non-debate people into this area here, this corded area over there. So that's probably, they got the CNN. They're probably live casting from there. If anyone has been watching CNN, this is where they've been sitting. Hockey Town, I'm not sure if they're open. So it looks like the only option is to move into this little gated area where all the supporters. Hey, God bless. You want to do an interview for my YouTube channel? So are you a Detroiter?
I am from Oak Park, Michigan.
Okay, I'm from Southfield. Shalom.
Okay, we're close by.
So, Biden, Vice President Biden spoke at the Yeshiva Beth Yehuda dinner when he was vice president like a few years ago.
Uh-huh.
Why are you supporting Biden?
One, I really believe that he might be elected, and that is very important to me. I think a lot of the Democratic candidates show a lot of possibility for the future, but I really think that Biden can win. Now, beyond that, in terms of his policy, I don't know. I believe in improving the Health Care Act that we already have enacted, and it may be imperfect, but it's already in, and I think that's a good plan, and I think that's more what people are ready to embrace at this point in time. Further, he has the experience and so on that I think he can deal with the Republican candidate and understand how to manipulate the politics and to go across the table. And I'm not sure whether that would happen with anybody else.
Yeah, also all pretty well thought out logical reasons. I mean, some of the other candidates are a little bit more exciting or have more progressive ideas, but Biden certainly, vice president, nothing more qualifying than that, and seasoned politician. Yeah, God bless.
Thank you.
You're going to be out here all night or just till it starts?
No, I want to go and watch the debates.
Oh, awesome. God bless. Have a great night.
Thank you.
Okay, so some Biden supporters, the Bernie and Marianne supporters are very vocal here. Hey, bless who the still got Joel Pollack right out there. He probably has a press pass. Is going to be going inside, but I guess it's probably more interesting outside than inside right now. And I might end up in that area where it's kind of loud, but I'll see if anything else is happening. Your first time in Detroit? No? We have family here? I'm the only Chuse. There's a Chabad. The Rebbe's father-in-law came to Detroit in 1931. So there were Hasidim here going way back, but not too many now.
My rabbi in Santa Monica is originally from Detroit.
Oh yeah? Yeah, we have a
Okay, that's hysterical.
yeshiva here, rabbinic training school. Well, enjoy Detroit. Staying both nights?
Yeah.
Awesome. I assume you have a press pass.
Yeah.
It's probably kind of boring inside, but I'm surprised how many Marianne supporters there are.
Brought out a whole truckload. Just gonna settle down a bit.
Yeah, I think tomorrow will be more exciting. I thought there was supposed to be protest. I don't know if they can't get here. There was supposed to be
They're out
mass
on the garden area, like further out there.
because they can't get here. So I guess the protests are on the other side, garden area. I'm not sure, so I'm gonna see if I could find the protest, and I'll probably settle in the area, and I might just bounce. It's not that interesting, unfortunately. So I'm gonna walk over here. Got the the special people, the elites. Hey, God bless. Got the special people, the elites, who are waiting to get inside. Their chance to hear the candidates live. I guess I can't get over there, so I'm not sure. Hey, God bless. Thanks for coming to Detroit.
Oh, thank you. I love Detroit.
King, yeah, that's the guy's name, King. So I got King passed on my YouTube. So yeah, recognizable face. I forgot his name instantly what he said, but it's King from CNN. Okay. Ticketed people going in. See if I get someone interesting. Hey, God bless you. Supporting Marianne?
Yes.
You want to do a street interview for my YouTube channel?
Sure.
So, are you a Detroiter? Or-
Yes, I live in Bloomfield Hills.
Okay, also. My parents lived there. Actually, I went to Roper as a kid.
Oh,
For a few years.
kids I babysat for went through Roper, and now they've just graduated college and such. But
So- You've been following Marianne for years and continued her to the presidency, or just discovered her recently?
the first, I learned of her works in the 90s. Her first books, Return to Love and such. And then in 1997, she actually came to this area in Warren, Michigan, right after she had written the book Healing the Soul of America, which really addresses so many of the issues that we face now in terms of education and mass incarceration and war and such. So it's pretty prolific in that she's now here representing a different message for the masses to awaken and know that we can join together both to heal the divide in our country between culture and classes and races, and we can look to a positive forward and future.
You think it's something special about her, or do you think it's a sign of the deterioration of the political class and more you just stand up, intelligent, successful citizens standing up, as opposed to the historical political class?
That's complex in the sense of, I think it's two things. Our political process and parties and the corruption of the money in government and lobbyists and the capitalistic structure has imploded and destroyed itself. And Trump and his mass appeal from being a reality TV star came into be because people thought, well, here's somebody from the outside that's going to drain the swamp, and he's a businessman and he can break through this political barrage. Well, there's differing opinions. As I said, I have half my friends and family are pro-Trump supporters and half are not. And it's challenging when people you love feel so differently on these topics. And so part of it is an educational process. It's one thing Marianne actually talks about liking to do, to talk people through the historical and the implications and explaining systemic racism. And it's ironic too. I mean, I noticed with your yarmulke, you look to be Jewish. It's interesting, she's a Jewish female here in the 21st century.
Is she Jewish?
Yes.
I didn't know that.
Yep. Born
I
in
know she's
Houston. Her
spiritual.
father was an immigration lawyer.
Mixed blood or full Jew?
Full Jew. All four grandparents came over to get away from oppression, the combination Russia and Poland. And her father grew up in poverty, and then when she had a brother and sister older, and when she came home from school in 7th grade, the Vietnam War stuff was going on, her parents took all 3 kids over to Vietnam to look at, I won't let my kids buy into the industrialized war machine.
I thought
So
her
from a
philosophy
young-
was more Eastern. I mean, I don't know if I call her like a Hindu, but her philosophy is more like a
She
science
studied
of spiritualism.
comparative religions. She studied that. She took a philosophy class in high school, and then her first couple of years in college, comparative religion, and then she also sang and worked in different things. She dropped out of college, and then she was introduced into what is a spiritual psychotherapy, which it's a set of books, and it's called A Course in Miracles. So she studied that for herself, and then she began doing lectures on that back in the 80s in LA, and it was right as the aid crisis was coming out. So she got involved with things to help with Project Angel Food, to serve meals and services for people with life-threatening illnesses such as AIDS. Her sister had breast cancer at the time. She has been an activist and walking her talk. Yet she does. She's able to embrace words from all the great religions and spiritual
But she's
following.
like a non-sectarian universalist.
She's Jewish by birth and right.
But she's
and
not promoting Judaism for everybody. She's promoting
No,
like,
she-
universal spiritual consciousness.
Right.
That's why I associated with Eastern philosophy.
Right. It's an embracing or the right. I mean, that's part of, America was born on the idea of religious freedom. Or for somebody not to feel, that they're agnostic or
Like
atheist or
universalist
whatever.
Unitarians.
Or what, there's so many different versions. But that's the whole idea. Rather than everybody separating and saying, well, yours says this and mine says that, so somebody's got to be right or wrong. In general, there is an higher principle. She'll even say that in terms of there's higher level conservative ideals and projects. There's just as with Democrats, it's not everybody's all right or wrong. Everybody on which side is not all rich people aren't greedy and all poor people aren't honest and humble. People just need to wake up to a whole different level of truth. And as I said, which she does from Eastern principles, and she's studied Mahatma Gandhi, meditation, just those identifications. So whether it's prayer, positive thinking, self-help, she's able to articulate all those as it applies to policy and systematic things. She'll often say, if you've said she had a 35-year career in taking people from trauma and chaos and into transformation, and really all a country is a collection of individuals, and we need to do that for our country.
And you have a pass to go inside?
No.
And did you meet her when she was here, or did she have private events, or is she having a post party?
A post party, and you're welcome to at the Fillmore. It's free. Starting doors will open at 7:30, and you can come in. There'll be TVs, and it's a watch party.
And she'll be coming to that afterwards.
Afterwards, first she'll talk to the CNN media and stuff, and then she'll come on.
Where's the Fillmore?
Right down
Oh,
there.
there,
You
okay.
see her picture and sign.
Awesome.
And such.
Oh, yeah, God bless you.
And your name?
I'm David Kelton.
David Kelton.
Roper alumni. My parents live on Chestnut, right across from Lasser. I'm Duvid. My YouTube page is Duvid, DOOOOVID. And I'm not live streaming this, so I'm going to upload it right when I get home tonight. But if you want to see your interview, I have various things. I do promotional events. If you want to give me a card, I'll email it to you when I get home. Or if you just remember, you could just search. You could just search Detroit Democratic debates today.
Okay, and it'll probably come up in that. But let me do this because I just feel there's a reason why people connect. And so I was going to add you as a contact when you get older, your brain works in different. I have advanced ADD. Okay,
Okay,
David.
yeah, Roper, I'm very familiar with that. Thank God I wasn't diagnosed with anything, but I don't know if you ever heard of Kevin Roberts. He's written books. He was the teacher at Roper. He's a renowned ADHD expert. He's written a whole bunch of books on it.
Interesting.
He teaches he just wrote a book on Oskar Schindler, and the idea of ADHD could be very detrimental, but at the same time, it could
know.
unlock potential.
The brain and how the brain's working. Yeah, I've studied, and there's different kinds of it. So, are you going to give me your phone number, or an email, or a website, or what? Here, give me your phone number first.
My web page is, my YouTube page is Doovid, D-O-O-O-O-V-I-D, like the Yiddish of David.
V-I-D?
Yeah, V-I-D, 4 O's. That's my YouTube page, so I'll post this when I get home,
Okay.
and you'll be able to see the interview, share it with your friends, and I interviewed a few other Marian Finns. I'm probably going to keep on doing that. Oh,
Thank you.
God bless, have a great night, nice talking with you.
You too.
Okay, so that's what we said. The watch party is at the Fillmore on the next street. It looks like basically everyone who's supposed to be inside has gotten inside. Interesting, I didn't know Marianne Williams was Jewish. Hear a little bit of her philosophy. I hadn't thought too much about Marianne's chances. I mean, obviously anyone who makes it to the presidential candidates is a highly accomplished person, and so certainly she was a renowned author, but I wasn't too familiar with her until she did reasonably well in the first debates. It'll be interesting to see how she performs tonight. I'm not sure if I'm going to stick around and try to meet her. So I guess she's well financed. I mean, they got a free watch party at the Fillmore, so she's got quite a few sponsors. So curious about that. I bumped into Abdul Saeed on the street earlier. I didn't have a chance to get a selfie. So I saw Joel Pollak from Breitbart. I got King from CNN. I'm just going to walk by and show the banner for the Fillmore. So it looks like people are basically winding up and they're getting inside, getting seated for the debate. I'm more interested in what's happening on the outside. So it could be there's more heavy protests down there. So let me see if somehow I snuck by security and the protests are down here, and so see what's happening. So here's the Fillmore, where there'll be the post party for Marianne. So good for her. Hey, God bless. Okay, so it looks like they got some of the more heavy protests down here by Campus Meritas, and I probably know quite a few of the people there, but I'm glad I got in. I got I got a selfie with Joel Pollak from Breitbart, and conduct a few interviews, and I'm walking down to the end of the line here. It's funny, they got horses, and so horse manure, they come together. I guess Can of Horses about horse manure, and we'll see what kind of protests are going on here. I'm not sure if I get cut out of here, if I'm gonna be trapped and they're not gonna let me back in. So I'm not sure what kind of protest, if I'm gonna get out and be with the protest or a Tiger Stadium inside. It could be that technically I wasn't supposed to be where I was, and just because Hasidic privilege or something, I was able to basically just walk right in, or maybe anyone could go through here, I don't know, but I'll find out. Okay, so it looks like they're checking passes. So the protests are pretty big here. I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to get back in if I go out, because I don't actually have a pass. Although there's probably nothing left to see here. Everyone there probably went in. So I think I'm just going to go out. Okay. Yeah, thank you. God bless. So yeah, I might not be able to get back out, but what's going on. So we got a lot of police presence here. Yeah. Hey, God bless. Good to see you, Islam. Good to see you. Yeah, I'm live streaming this. I think my friend from Saudi Arabia. Yeah, this is Detroit. Like, I probably know quite a few of these people. Yeah. So you got Green New Deal, abortion, these are probably conservative protesters.
Why did you lie about your veteran status? Why did you lie about the Covington High School boys? That's Nathan Phillips. The Native American elder is lying about the Covington High School kids and trying to claim they were harassing him and being racist when he opposed the feds, and the full video vindicates the Covington High School kids and they did nothing wrong. The Covington High School kids are suing the media unless they falsely reported Nathan Phillips' story. Thank you so much, Nathan Phillips.
Are you the gun rights activist?
High school kids to have a valid case.
I think I recognize this woman. I think she's that woman with the guns. So we got a few conservative voices on this side. Trump protesters. Yeah, a lot of police presence. Very good. Are you supporting President Trump?
I'm supporting liberty.
What kind of liberty? I'm Duvid. I have my own YouTube channel. Independent Hasidic journalist.
All right, Dave Dudenhofer. I'm a resident of the city of Detroit. It's my backyard, so welcome to my backyard. And right now I'm here just because I want to, in this climate of division, I'm trying to figure out ways that we can unite as individuals. And I feel like the message of liberty does unite us. The message of liberty doesn't divide, it doesn't see color, it doesn't see race, it doesn't see religion. It just sees the individual. And so I think
broken, like apolitical, or you think supporting one candidate or another makes a difference?
I think if you have a candidate that will actually defend liberty and not pay lip service to it, then you found a good candidate to represent everybody, regardless of background, age, sex, any of that.
Not all the candidates just...
and not all the candidates do, so...
any of them?
You know what, I think there are some candidates that pay lip service to our Constitution and Bill of Rights, they pay lip service to our country and our system of governance, or they speak out against it completely, as the case with progressives and socialists, which we know is the gateway drug to communism, and it's the complete antithesis of freedom, and that will divide people. So, my message is a very simple one. I don't care if you're a Trump supporter, if you're a Democrat supporter, if you're not defending liberty, you're missing the boat. And we need to get back to defending liberty. So that's why I'm here.
Well, God bless. Look up Duvid with 4 O's.
Okay.
The Yiddish form of David, Doovid, and check out my YouTube page.
You got it.
God bless.
All right, man. Thank you. God bless.
What's going on, guys? Counter-protesters here. We got some MAGA supporters. We got some people defending liberty. That's right, baby. I thought they was your brother.
Okay, so I guess this is the pro-Trump side. I'm going to go on the other side. Got some of the abortion protesters. I think that woman's the machine gun woman, but I'm not sure. So I'm going to try to get over to the other side. There's a heavy police presence here. I thought I just recognized that woman from Twitter, guns right activist. I've seen these guys around local. get the CNN sucks song.
And Brian Stelter is a soy boy.
Okay, so it's pretty packed. That was the Republican side. Not too many of them, relatively. I thought I recognized that woman. So I guess she didn't want to speak to me, that's fine. So see, okay, sorry. Yes, let me see if I could get in here.
And if we are not satisfied, we shut it down.
Okay, so try to see what's going
All
on.
that
Hey,
civility
God
went out
bless.
the door. And I'm
Okay.
not being civil no more. You can't be civil with those. You're not being civil with you.
Let's see what's going on here.
All right.
Okay, so we got some pretty serious protests going on here. It's not really protest, just a rally. I'm not sure they're protesting, just different people wanting their voices heard on different issues. So I first stopped at the other side with, I guess, the more right-wing leaning people focusing on abortion or gun rights, liberty. This is the more democratic side. Give us some, figure out what's going on here. Okay. Hey, God bless. Okay. Union. Okay, so I'm just trying to figure out who's who, what's going on. The Union. Okay. We got the Union supporters here. Yeah, huge police presence here. Basically, the whole Detroit Police Department's out today. I guess they might as well be. It's a big event. I'm not sure how many of these people are local. It's a little too loud there to do any interviews. So, just curious what kind of people are out here, what issues they're talking about.
Representative Dan Lipinski of Illinois.
Democrats for life.
Congressman Lipinski is a great champion for life in the U.S. House. He's
Okay.
one of the few pro-life Democrats left in federal office, and he's
Okay.
facing a very difficult primary challenge from a progressive candidate funded by pro-abortion money. So if we don't get someone into the race, we will be disappointed, but it will be our joy to help one of our great allies representing
Eleanor. Very good. Okay, so yarmulke going on here. Packed. Is that the guy from Young Turks? So that looks like the guy from Young Turks is out here leading some sort of rally. I recognize that guy's face from the Young Turks. Oh, that is Cenk. So I got Cenk here from Young Turks outside. Yeah, I don't know if I'm going to be able to get in close there. So that's Cenk from Young Turks. The rally going on. See if I'll be able to get a selfie or something. So I might snap some pictures. I think I basically covered the whole thing. I'll see if I could get in there, get an interview with anybody. So I'm going to go try to snap a few pictures and see you later.